Hi, it's Paula Canal here from Canal Crafting, and today we're going to make this lovely card with the Open Sea stamp set and the world map. Now I don't know if you can see that there on the sails, but the vellum looks white, and that's because we've used a technique of embossing the vellum using the scoring tool from the scoreboard. So to do that, I've already stamped the image onto a piece of vellum, and I'm going to use the piercing mat and turn the stamped image upside down, sort of over the other way, so you're embossing from the back. And then with this tool I'm just going to rub gently, deep enough to make an impression. And hopefully you can see where that's now turned white. Okay, then what I'm going to do to add a bit of colour to it is I'm going to use sponge daubers, and I'm going to start off with Marina Mist, ink up my dauber and just get rid of the excess onto a piece of scrap paper. Then I'm just going to go around the paper . The nice thing about the vellum is it doesn't absorb the ink straight away, so you can get a much smoother coverage with the dauber. Now, just to add a bit of differentiation for the sea, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of Pear Pizzazz. Maybe a little bit too much, so we'll just dab on a bit more of the Marina Mist. Lovely. Now the next step is to cut out the aperture in the card. So we've got a crumb cake card blank and a very vanilla mat, and what I'm going to do is use my Big Shot with the magnetic platform to put the card stock on there. Then my circle framelit lined up nicely there. And there we have the aperture in the card. Now you'll notice on my original card I've also got this ring here, and how I'm going to do that is with another piece of crumb cake cardstock and the Big Shot again with the magnetic plate. And what I'm going to do this time is use two framelits together, which means I will be able to line them up to get a nice even there we go, nice even circle there. So now what I'm going to do is to stamp up my piece of Very Vanilla. I'm going to start actually by removing the corners with my envelope punch board corner rounder. Then I'm going to ink up the stamp, and I'm actually going to apply the ink to the stamp rather than putting the stamp onto the ink, because it's just easier to get a better coverage that way with these large stamps. Push it down, get nice even coverage. Next I'm going to use a sponge dauber and the crumb cake ink, and I'm going to go around the edge of the card. I'm also going to do the edge of the main card. And finally, just to add a bit of texture, and age to that little ring there. Now time to stick everything together, and I'm going to start by applying adhesive to the card here. So we can stick our ship in place. Stick that down. Then for this piece I'm going to use Tombow, just because it's a little bit more precise. There we go. Next I'm going to take a piece of burlap ribbon and wrap it with some of the linen thread to thread that underneath, tie a single knot, and then thread on the button. Now we need to stick on the burlap ribbon with some sticky strip. And there is our finished card.